Manchester City have laid down a huge marker in the title race. They went to the home of the champions and took them back to school.It was one of the most one-sided displays I have seen from an away team in the Premier League against top four rivals. At some point in their career, every player will experience a game where they are second best in every department. For many of the Chelsea players yesterday, that's exactly what happened. The absence of the injured Sergio Aguero helped Pep Guardiola's side. With a young, hungry trio of Gabriel Jesus, Leroy Sane and Raheem Sterling in the front three, City pressed Chelsea from the front with such energy that they could not get out of their half. With Guardiola and Jose Mourinho in such good form, it is little surprise that this season is shaping up to be a battle between the Manchester powerhouses for the title. Everything is clicking into gear for Guardiola, but, as we saw last season, he can be unwilling to compromise on his style when things start to go wrong. Mourinho is more pragmatic, and at Manchester United he has a team of destroyers who have scored 4 goals in more than half of their fixtures in all competitions so far. You cannot yet rule out Chelsea or Tottenham, but the way Guardiola's men dismantled Antonio Conte's side was frightening. That outstanding quality gives City the edge.Alli has to shut out the silly distractions. This time last season, we were all talking about Dele Alli's world-class, all-action displays. Now he is grabbing headlines by getting involved in silly incidents. There was nothing to be gained from him diving against Huddersfield.Even. If Dele had won his team a penalty, he would have risked a retrospective 2-game ban that would have seen him miss crucial matches against Bournemouth and Liverpool at Wembley. That is hardly worth an extra goal in a game in which Tottenham were already cruising. When Dele is on top of his game, he is unplayable.He is a joy to watch, and I am one of his biggest fans.But at the moment. He's not playing to the best of his ability. He seems far too concerned by what his opponents are doing, rather than his own performance. Dele is still a very young player, but he must learn to shut out these distractions. We want to get back to talking about his brilliance. Watford's roadrunners are going the extra mile. Marco Silva has well and truly hit the ground running at Watford. His team look unrecognizable from the lethargic side who limped over the line last season. Under Walter Mazzarri, Watford looked unfit and many, myself included, tipped them for relegation this year. But Silva has got Watford playing with high energy. Against West Bromwich, his team covered almost 12 more miles than in Mazzarri's final match. This improved fitness is getting results. 3 last-minute goals have earned 4 points. Richarlison, who grabbed the winner at Swansea before Saturday's equaliser against West Brom, has added pace and spark. The challenge for Silva is to ensure Watford don't run out of steam. While you wouldn't know it from the pressure he has been under, but Slaven Bilic has the best points per game ratio of any West Ham manager in the Premier League. He's 1.37 points per game, puts him ahead of Alan Kirbishley on 1.32, and my dad on 1.31. Despite a poor performance against Swansea, Bilek deserves credit for changing the game by sending on super subs Diafra Sakho and Arthur Masuaku. They gave West Ham much more energy and purpose in the final third, and both should start at Burnley in the club's first game after the international break. He may no longer be England manager, but this international break is crucial for Roy Hodgson. He has to get to know his Crystal Palace players and get them organised. They were all over the place at Old Trafford, particularly in defence. Hodgson has not been helped with injuries, but when a team lacks confidence it seems harder to get players back to fitness. Palace have the personnel to survive. Hodgson needs the fighters in his team to step up. I knew Peter Crouch would have a good season when I watched him win the dad's race at our kids' school in the summer. At 36 he still looks fit and sharp, and at this rate he has another couple of seasons in him at least. He has all the positional awareness and technical ability I saw when we played at Southampton. Back then I was laughed